and also our Southwest legends. Tonight is going to be a great night, Tommy, for racing. Beautiful weather. A little less hot than what we have down south, but you know what? Beautiful, warm, and we are ready to go. As you see down the front straightaway, the cars are staged and staging. And let's take a look at the track facts here in Roseville, California, just 25 minutes away from the state capital, Sacramento, California. Just drove by there yesterday to get up here. A 1/3 mile asphalt track. Used to be dirt for the longest time.
Used to be a quarter mile.
Used to be a quarter mile racetrack, and then went to a asphalt track right in the 70s. And as you can see, the undulation and just the way that this track is just so unique and different. You can kind of see as you see the 24 go through turn 3, really wide, long, sweeping entry. Very difficult to get your apex just right. And in turn 1, you have to be very, very precise. But on the exit of turn 2, and we'll talk about this later on in the race, Tommy, there is that little bit of a hump out of turn 2 where if you're not careful, it can send you for a ride. And I've seen through practice yesterday, today, in the qualifying sessions that we saw, it is very, very sketchy at times. You have to be careful, especially here at All-American Speedway.
So a great day of racing that'll turn into a nighttime at some point. We start early here, 5 o'clock. We have a strict 10 o'clock curfew. We do not want to even come close to it. So we start a little bit early, and I'll bring in Jeffrey.
Hi. I was going to say I'm looking at the front yard of some houses right now. I can almost reach over and knock on the door. But I believe we're getting ready to kick things off with opening ceremonies, so we'll go ahead and send things down. Opening ceremonies at All-American Speedway.
All right, we're going to go down the line and do some thank yous. So tell us who you are and what agency you're with.
I'm Officer Michael Hammond. I'm a Valley Division PIO with the California Highway Patrol.
Well, thank you for your service. Tim's going to grab the whole stack here. All right, we'll move down the line. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
Daryl Jantz. I'm a sergeant with the City of Rockland Police Department.
Rockland Police, make some noise. All right, tell us who you are and who you're with.
Mark Nuevo, Roseville PD K9.
Roseville PD, the K9 crew. All right. You're also with the Roseville. Tell us your name.
Chase Faithy. I'm also with the K9.
Awesome. One more time for the Roseville K9s. All right. Tell us who you're with.
This is Ryan out of American Medical Response.
Hey, how about it for AMR? They keep us safe with the ambulance here at Roseville. All right. Tell us who you're with.
The rollback.
Oh, the rollback. What's the name of your group?
Fire safety.
Yeah, this is all your All-American Fire Safety. Why don't you tell us your name and all about the All-American Fire and Safety?
I'm Randall, and I do whatever Dale tells me. We're highly trained, highly efficient, and motivated because of Dale.
Well, thank you to Randall. Thank you to Dale. Thank you to Eric, everybody, Brian. How about it for all of our first responders here at All-American Speedway? We are going to introduce the drivers for tonight's Spears Cars Tour West Limited Late Models. Starting in 19th, the number 6 out of El Dorado Hills, Bella Thompson. Out of Ramona, California, the 98, Byron Borneman. Driving the Quick Quack Chevrolet, the Quackamole car, it's Chase Lopez. Driving the 45, Colton Nelson. Driving the number 20, Donald Witkowski. Driving the 98, Hayden Steps. Driving the Spear Chevrolet, Christian Bazin. Driver out of Madera, California, the Beast, Joey East. Our driver second in the points this year, car number 1, Joey Keneally. And our points leader with 10 main event wins out of Loomis, Kenna Mitchell. The Legends driver extraordinaire driving for High Point Racing out of Tracy, Brendan Rusbarski. Former junior late model champion here from right here in Lincoln, California, Kylie Glick. Another one of our Southern California visitors, the 22, Nash Youngren. Driving the 12, I hope that's not the driver's suit. Driving the 12 out of San Jose, the Madera champion, Jay Julson. Former Roseville Junior Late Model champion, Vito the Torpedo Cancilla. Kevin Harvest Kern Raceway champion, the 56, Tanner Huddleston. A winner at Stockton and Madera the last couple of years, Sheldon Cooper. Our runner-up in the Junior Late Model points last year out of Clovis, Skylar Shoppy. And on the pole for Sierra Speed Valley Fabrication, he's a late model and super late model champion here at Roseville, the 92, Dylan Zampa. And those are your drivers for your Spears Cars Tour West limited late models. And now we go into our JM Environmental Wild West Super Series for the Southwest Pro Late Models. He hails Asnahomish, Washington, by the way of Huntersville, North Carolina. The 54, Jaden Renna. He's back, the 2020 Roseville champion. Make some noise for Cole Moore. The son of the Modesto Missile drives car 71, Kyle Gatula. Our youngest driver in the field is the young lady, 13 years old. She comes to us out of Ramona, California, Bristol Borneman. Driving the 24, the veteran of this stuff out of Bakersfield, Scott Sanchez. Former PCS champion, former PCS winner here at Roseville, Mike Beeler. Modified winner this year at Stockton, the 2C, Adam Coonfield. Three-time winner of the short track shootout at Madera, the 12, Kyle Keller. Driving the number 27, the Iron Man, John Moore. He's back. Driving the 5J, that's your Madera Junior Late Model champion, James Hamlin. We've seen this driver a lot on the dirt. He's been taking it to the asphalt this year. Number 7, Robbie Sawyer out of Bakersfield. Great qualifying effort for the 2B out of Modesto, Hans Beeler. Driving that beautiful GMS race car out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Jaron Giannini. We said this last night. It is not an official season in Roseville until this guy hits the asphalt out of Roseville, the 05, Eric Schmidt. And a very young front row, a 29-year-old front row. We start off with car number 20, the double-duty racer out of Long Beach. What a rookie season, our top NASCAR rookie in the West, Donald Witkowski. And another double-duty racer. He'll start on the pole for the JM Environmental Wild West Shootout for $7,500 to win. He drives the Impact Transportation Chevrolet, the V5, Vito the Torpedo Cancilla. And those are the young men and women who will race for $7,500 to win tonight in the JM Environmental Wild West Shootout here on First Responders Night. All-American Speedway, make some noise!
All right, All-American Speedway, who's ready to get this party started on a Saturday night? Make some noise in the house. We are getting it going, but let me tell you, there is one VIP celebrity rock star, Evel Knievel, John Wayne in the house, and his name is John Moore. John, you crash airplanes, you crash cars, you win races, and you are cool. You go through the dictionary and you look up cool. It's got a picture of you, baby. We are so glad to have you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. You know, I've had a few cowboy hat races in my racing career, but this one, I by far the best. This is so fun. The crowd, the racers, the teams, Saturday Night Fever, baby. I'm glad to be part of it.
Well, hey, Johnny, it doesn't happen without somebody like you. JM Environmental Wild West Shootout tonight. We're going to watch these pro late models get it done side by side. We got a little special sticky in the outside groove for some side-by-side racing. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, thank you. John Moore in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is the most special time of the night. I need all active, former military, police, and first responders. Please rise, ladies and gentlemen. We have some down here. I need the rest of you in the grandstands. This is our homesforourtroops.com military salute. Tonight, it's going to be brought to you by Chaplain Harry for our veteran salute. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen.
God bless you all. Veterans, thank you, thank you. Freedom is not free. It was the veteran, not the reporter, who gave us the freedom of the press. It was the veteran, not the poet, that gave us the freedom of speech. It was a veteran, not the campus organizer, who gave us the freedom to demonstrate. It was a veteran who stands and salutes the flag, who served beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag. You love your freedom. Thank a veteran. God bless America.
Thank you, Pastor Harry. Always gets it done at All American. But we brought in another special VIP from the Motor Racing Outreach, my good buddy Don Topman. Ladies and gentlemen, your invocation.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful, beautiful evening that we've come together to enjoy racing, and that we have the freedoms to do that. And we are so thankful for the first responders, for the military, for those that keep us safe. And we thank you for the drivers tonight. We ask for the safety for them and for the fans here, and safety leaving. And have a good Sunday tomorrow. And remember to thank God. Amen.
Amen. Thank you to the Motor Racing Outreach, Don Topman. Zandria Jane down here, ready for our nation's song. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hat. Attention to the glorious flag. Zandria, it's all you, young lady.
Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Young lady, you got pipes. You knocked it out of the house. That was awesome. Drivers, get in your vehicles. We are moments away, ladies and gentlemen, for the command to start the engines on the Wild West Shootout. While we're waiting, I want to talk to a few of our awesome friends in the house tonight. So tell me about the California Highway Patrol and what you do. I happen to know a little bit about it because my daughter's boyfriend's in the academy today. He is right now in the academy right over across town. We're excited for him to be one of you. But tell me about the Highway Patrol.
Well, we were founded August 14, 1929. We're responsible for keeping everybody safe on the roadways, enforcing all traffic laws, and we also are the state police, so any state buildings, SSP officers take care of the Capitol building, the governor. There's quite a lot that we do, but yeah, mostly just keeping everybody safe.
Well, that's what it takes. It takes a lot of that, and we support you, and we appreciate all you do, right? So, Rockland, what a beautiful community down the road. I know you guys have the canines. You guys are canine. That's with Roseville. So, Rockland, what a beautiful community that is. We go to this breakfast place over there, that pottery. I mean, what an amazing place that is. So, tell me about Rockland, the community, and what you guys do there.
Well, Rockland's a very family-oriented community, pretty small. Police department just keeps everybody safe, has everybody having a good time there in the city. We were founded in 1893, much older than CHP. The police department's been there for that long. But yeah, that's about it.
Wait a minute. Cops and firemen, they don't razz each other at all, do they?
Not at all. Never.
Not at all. Well, thank you for being here. Over here, our last guys, the drivers are moments away here. I'm looking. Our canine unit. How cool is it to have those officers now? We call them officers, right? The canines. They have gone through an academy of their own. What they do for you guys is an incredible tool to keep the community safe, correct?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and they are a tool. They're a locating tool. You know, they're a little fur missile. They can go and find people and find drugs, and it's the best job in the world.
Well, thank you for what you do. We appreciate you, and this is your home here at All-American Speedway. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for being out here tonight.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, while we are getting ready, I'm going to do something that I don't know if ever's been done before. Might be have been done before. He doesn't even know this yet, but we are going to give the command from inside of one of the cars that's doing the starting of the engines with our Grand Marshal John Moore over here. He doesn't even know it, but he's going to light up the engines. But while these drivers are getting ready, I want to talk about some people in our village that make this happen, right? And there is one special company that keeps this series, that keeps racing on the West Coast and pretty much all over the United States, and it's Spears Manufacturing. Wayne and Connie Spears, many, many decades ago, decided to dedicate their company and their lives to motorsports. We lost Wayne a few years ago. What an amazing man. But Doug Swingley, their president, CEO, Matt Baker, their vice president, have done amazing at carrying Wayne's torch with Connie, Bob, and Rick, the boys. They are doing an amazing job. We would not be standing here today without Spears Manufacturing. So thank you, Spears, for all you do. We always want to thank Hoosier Tire. Doesn't get any better than that. Sunoco Fuel, the village, right? All these people that keep us going. Sound Gear, Shockwave, Star Nursery, Arrow, Younger Construction, H&S, Starkeys, Driven, Impact, Tilton, Hamke, Swift. It's amazing. MSD, Holly, all of these people. But Frank's Radio is really one of our granddaddies to keep us going. Without them, none of this happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting the call in the ear. It's time. We're going to sneak over. Never been done before. Follow me. Johnny, I didn't even warn you about this. And I'm sure you've never done this before, and we never done it before. But we are going to give the command from inside of a race car while you start your engine. Are you ready, buddy?
You know me, baby. I stay ready. Okay, are we ready to rock? Drivers, start your engines!
The engines have fired, and after this short break, we will be back at All-American Speedway. Racing is getting ready to kick off.
With Sound Gear, hearing protection solutions that lap the competition. Perfect for racers, crew, fans, or anyone who works or plays in loud places. Sound Gear, ready for anywhere sound is a problem.
Impact Foam Solutions sets the standard for custom seat inserts in motorsports. Our slow rise formula gives installers the time needed to make any last-minute adjustments. Upgrade your cockpit and enhance your performance now by ordering your slow rise seat kit at impactfoam.com.
Welcome back to All-American Speedway in Roseville, California, this third-mile paved oval up here in California as we get ready for 125 laps of Pro Late Model racing. The JAME Environmental Wild West Shootout is upon us. Again, I'm Jeffrey Best alongside Rence Brown and Tommy Mason as we are gearing up for some Pro Late Model action here at the Spears Cars Tour West. As you can see here, point standings, Rence, it's been a good one.
It's been a good one all season long, and Keelan Harvick, who is your points leader, is not here this evening. But Kyle Keller and Robbie Sawyer are, and they have been in an absolute battle all year long down here in the Southwest points. And for both drivers, they're just focused on one another. Kyle Keller just trying to hold on to the points lead. Robbie Sawyer just trying to stay within grasp and within reach of getting that ever elusive points lead and for the championship. Jaron Giannini, he's come up short just so many times, so close. Colorado, he thought it was his, but not to be. Jaron Giannini is fourth in the points, 25 back. And James Hamlin, he's just getting faster and faster. And this weekend, he's proven it. He is fifth in points, 40 back, as you see our winners in 2026. Keelan Harvick with 3, Kevin Harvick with 2, and Kyle Keller with our win up here in, well, Northern California, Central California, Stockton 99 Speedway.
Look, everything that's like north of the Grapevine to me is Northern California.
And then there's a whole second section of it just north.
That's why I kicked it off going, we're in the Northwest. And it's like, actually, no, this weekend we're not. But we have spent a lot of time up in the Northwest. It has been a fun year, 2026. And this race, you know, we've seen it before, All-American Speedway. You can't really predict what kind of race you're going to get. We've seen some long green flag runs, but this place also tends to be the kind of track that lends itself to carnage. Will these drivers be able to avoid that, or is this going to be a long one? We'll find out.
Only time will tell as the drivers are starting to double up around the speedway. We're getting ever closer to the green flag flying. 2 laps of pacing to go. Tommy, it's always great to come up to Roseville.
Absolutely, Rence. This is the track I feel like typically we're here, at least this is our second time of the season, but we haven't been here yet this year, 2026. And All-American Speedway, this is a 1/3 of a mile bull ring that can race like a speedway. We just haven't seen it lately. I'm going to just tell it as it is. We've seen a lot of carnage at the bull ring lately in the Spears Cars Tour West. Hopefully that changes.
Well, we get to find out together as the lights are off.
In the heat of the day, too. I mean, the sun is still out and shining, and I feel like this race would be a lot of fun if we just stay green for a lot of laps.
The sun is out. The fans have packed the stands. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for First Responders Night. We are about to go green in the JM Environmental Wild West Shootout 125. Let's go Pro Late Model Racing at All-American Speedway.
So advantage goes to Vito Kinsella here, lap number 1, trying to follow through. Eric Schmidt looking for the second position.
Eric Schmidt is going to clear going into turn number 1, as you see right behind Donald Wachowski. Finals into third, 23. Jaron Giannini right behind. Here goes Robbie Sawyer to the inside, trying to get underneath Hans Bieler for the 5th position.
I'm just calling it now. The 7 and 2, they've had history in the past, so this will be fun to watch as they go 3 wide behind him with Keller.
3 wide with your points leader, and that number 12, that white machine, that is Kyle Keller. In the 5, that's James Hamlin trying to make it work as they fight down the front straightaway. 2 by 2 into turn number 1, and the 5 is just barely going to cut him off, but he's going to hang on to that spot.
Keller did not qualify where he wanted to. He's trying to make quick work of the field, but he's trapped.
Keller looked a little bit loose in qualifying, but he's going to try to just maintain position. He said it's not about necessarily winning the race, it's about just holding on to the car and not having a bad race.
Things are heating up, though, for the top spot. The 5 and the 05. Vito Cancilla, Eric Schmidt, your top 2 cars. As you see the field flying by on the back straightaway.
And the front straightaway.
How about that? We got your straightaways covered here.
Brandon's over there doing some work on the back stretch.
I like it.
All right, so you see the field gap between 1st and 7th-ish. There's 7th and 8th on the background.
Giannini as well, all over the back bumper. Wachowski for that 3rd position.
Yeah, no big battles. Everybody's practically single file around this racetrack currently.
Well, for a 100-lap race, you just want to take your time as well. There's plenty of laps to try to get around, to try to make it. Save your front bumper because you're going to need it later on in this race. Right now, that is the fight for first, as you see Eric Schmidt all over that back bumper of the V5 of Vito Cancilla. Got his first pole of the season here in Pro Late Model competition as he's pulling him off the straightaway into turn number 3.
And Schmidt tried to chase down Vito. Vito's been fast here all weekend, Rents, and that V5, this is one of his home tracks.
Battle for third headed into turn number 1 is Giannini to the inside, trying to complete the pass on Donald Wachowski with a new look going into this weekend.
The Don, he's switching colors.
He is. He's changing it up on us. You know, he's got to be elusive, and it's working. Just behind these two, you've got Hans Bieler, who's having a great early start to this race, and Robbie Sawyer, who we keep talking about this. This is a driver who I don't know came into this year expecting to be racing for a championship, but things have been going their way. He's been able to keep it clean, be able to keep it in the running, and just like right now, he would be making up points on Kyle Keller.
This is your fight on the screen. Giannini has 3rd, but right behind, there goes Robbie Sawyer to the inside. Thinks better of it. He's going to fall right in line behind Hans Bieler. As they go off of turn number 2, Robbie Sawyer occupies the 6th position as we head into turn number 4.
Here's my question. Do you think that Robbie Sawyer is going to calm down? And you know what I mean by this. Like, he's an exciting guy to watch as Hans Bieler makes a move to the inside. But is Robbie Sawyer someone who's going to be like, look, maybe I do want to points race my way from here to the end of the season?
Some drivers, though, they race with that fire, and you don't want to just extinguish that as well. Robbie Sawyer is a guy that gets up on the wheel, elbows out. He is who he is, and he has passion. And we see it every single time out, as we're going to see down the front straightaway. Here comes Robbie Sawyer to the inside. Bieler's going to let him have it, and there goes Robbie Sawyer up inside the top 5.
Yeah, but Hans isn't going to give up on this battle into turn number 3. Once again, door-to-door, side-by-side. It's okay. They're both white cars, so they could trade a little paint. No one will notice.
Right behind as well, you see our points leader. There goes Kyle Keller with a little bit of a nudge to that 5 of James Hamlin going into turn number 3. Move Keller up a position.
So good early racing going on here. 107 laps to go as we close in on the 20-lap mark. As Robbie Sawyer working on another position. This will move the number 7 up into the 4th position.
Robbie Sawyer on the move, and you see right behind, side by side, it's Hans Bieler on the inside and on the outside, and that number 20 is Donald Wachowski. Off of turn 4 this time by side down the front straightaway. Bieler has the inside. Let's see what Wachowski can do on the outside.
Oh, trouble front straightaway. It's Kyle Keller, the points leader.
Your points leader in the fence. Yellow is out.
I don't know that this car actually hit the wall. It's like it shut off on the front straightaway. And we'll see if we could take a look to verify that this car didn't, in fact. It just doesn't look like it doesn't have the signs that it got into the concrete, but this is huge. Again,
massive.
I mean, talking about the points deal, Robbie Sawyer sitting up here in the 4th position, and the guy he's chasing down is now off the track.
Yes, Tim.
Here we are, guys. Flat right front. That thing is flat. It's low. Contact right there. You see it? We'll get out of the way. They got into it. Either it ran over something, but likely popped the bead. Wow, he did not crash this car. Huge break, 16-car field. Somebody like Kyle Keller will absolutely race his way back to the front. Look at that thing, completely flat. Let's check the inside of the bead and make sure it wasn't... Oh.
We got any rub marks?
Yeah. Now, here's what's interesting, guys. There's a rub mark right now. 2 different possibilities here. Okay. See that?
Yep.
You start with too low of air pressure. Oil pressure. What a ding dong. Air pressure. Too low of air pressure in this tire. The tire squishes and it rubs on the inner tie rod. So the hind joint hits it and likely cause that to go flat. My guess, too low air pressure to start. So back to you.
Tim, there's no ding dong we'd rather work with.
That's right. Yeah, that's that is a lot of telling of that rub on the inside firewall, or I'm screwing up, the inside tire sidewall.
But what a catch, though. What an unbelievable catch for your points leader. As we were just about to discuss, that's only 10 points between Robbie Sawyer in what would be now second with Keelan Harvick not racing this weekend, and the championship lead of Keller.
And we've been hearing a lot of talk about how tonight's race here at All-American Speedway, because of the stuff applied to the track, we might see it be a harder track to pass on. So this is not how Kyle Keller wanted to start the race, but there is time for recovery. He's got 105 laps. We've talked about it. That was a good, clean start, 20 laps before we had the incident, and it was a flat tire. I think these drivers would take that. The question is, do we stay that clean all the way to the end? Kyle Keller's probably going to have a lot of opportunity to make some passes.
Well, the track like this, where sometimes you do need to use a little bit of that front bumper to get a pass made. We've seen it before. Let's see how these drivers behave with 105 laps remaining. We've seen it here. Turn 1, especially with how it is entering the corner, it's very inviting to kind of send it in there and just try to make it stick. That bottom lane, especially with these we'll see later on with the limiteds, the pros can kind of go up a little bit more. But you just got to make sure that you don't pinch down if you're the top car, because that bottom car is going to charge it into the corner, and that's where we see a lot of the incidents, the issues that we see on the racetrack. Pace truck is off, guys. We are going to be headed back to racing. 105 laps to go. Vito Cancilla and Jaron Giannini now on your front row. Giannini went to the outside. Eric Schmidt elected to start right behind Cancilla. As we enter the Sound Gear restart zone, let's go back to racing with 105 laps to go. Look at Giannini down the back straightaway.
So Jaron going to see if he can take advantage of this restart, working that high line. He leads that time by. And Jaron Giannini going to clear for the lead here with just over 100 laps to go.
Robbie Sawyer as well is going to get into the third position, but into Cancilla as well for second.
You saw how that stacked everything up. And we see that a lot here, the accordion effect in these corners, because everybody's fighting for that low line. There's not a lot of grace if some of the cars in front of you start stacking up.
A little bit further in the back of the shot, you see.
There's the cowboy.
John Moore in that 27 on the outside, trying to power around Wachowski.
Reyna there in the number 54. Trying to fill the gap, not let the 27 in behind Wachowski.
Reyna showed a lot of speed in practice. Very, very consistent in practice. Reyna's getting better too.
Just want to update you. I believe Cole Moore also had come in for a little bit of work during that yellow, the number 99, because he restarted in the back of the pack as well.
Battle here into turn number 1. Battle for second brewing. Robbie Sawyer making up some time on Vito Cancilla.
I mean, again, like, we know that Robbie Sawyer is a very capable race car driver, but this is really fun to see as he continues on. It's kind of going to show, because a lot of times people are praising like, hey, you don't have to be so aggressive out there. But Rentz, to your point earlier, that's his style. That's Robbie Sawyer, and he's just going to stick with it. We've seen that already tonight, and that's probably the best case scenario for him. It's working.
Robbie Sawyer comes from a dirt background where you only have 30 laps to get it done. Obviously, in these races, many more laps to get the pass made, but Robbie Sawyer is on the move. He's up to third and hounding Vito Cancilla for that second position as he goes up to the outside line, going to try to get the run down the back straightaway. He's trying to just get as much speed down the straightaway as possible, get the RPMs as high as they possibly can. As you see, once again, he's going to go higher than Vito. He's going to try to run down the straightaway with a little bit more speed, carry it into turn number 3, and he's just about there, Jeffrey, but he just can't get to that right rear.
And this is interesting because in our previous run, when Vito Cancilla was our leader, Vito was actually running the highest line of the field. So it looks like he's going back down low. That might be something that comes into play as the run progresses, but here comes Sawyer to the inside, and he has position.
This time by, he's going to try to get the run off of turn number 2, but can't. Vito Cancilla holds on to the second position, but here comes Robbie Sawyer, even lower into turn number 3. Side by side down the front straightaway and in turn number 1. Cancilla on the top, Sawyer on the bottom. Off turn 2, this time by a dead heat into turn 3.
Side by side racing. This is for the second position. Vito Cancilla on the outside. Had a lot of confidence coming into this race, and it's still very early on. Vito might still just be running his pace right now, but Robbie Sawyer's looking like a driver has somewhere to be.
Look at how the front end of Robbie Sawyer's car lifts up down the straightaway. And also, you can see Vito Cancilla a little bit loose off of turn number 2. That is classic here at All-American Speedway. So you got to be careful on this exit, but watch the 7. Look how much it raises up compared to the V5.
I also look at the damage already on the front end as Sawyer will complete this pass. Now Vito dives back to the inside, and now we get to see how Sawyer's car is going to react as he takes over the second position. And right now Sawyer is eyeing the leader thinking, hey, tonight might be my night.
Well, he's got to get going too, because Kyle Keller's back up to 11th.
He does. Now you see the rest of the field coming out of turn number 4 here. And it looks like Eric Schmidt kind of holding up the group. Hans Bieler wants to get by. Again, that's Reyna in the number 54, Witkowski, and John Moore all in this group.
Hans Bieler with a great run in Stockton when we were running back in California up here earlier in the year, but here goes Reyna to the inside. Over, under, down the back straightaway goes that 54.
That's a common move.
That was a slick move, Tim.
Hey guys, can you hear me back here?
We got you.
Okay, I want you to take a look at the nose, the front bumper of the 7 car the next time it comes by. They have got some new setup in that car. Very low rebound on the front end. Watch the front end pop up. Look at how high it is. Looks like Lightning McQueen or something like that. That means the shock absorber does not tie the car down or hold the nose on the ground. It's allowing it to come up, transferring weight to the rear tires, so it has tons of bite coming off.
Trouble over in turn number 4. Schmidt got the bumper, I think. We'll take a look, but Eric Schmidt, the 05, getting sent to the infield. And as we get ready to take a look at what happened there with Schmidt, as Tim was pointing out, Rentz, this was something you were kind of talking about too. Whatever setup that they've put into that number 7 car right now, it is working.
So going to turn number 3, we're going to see Schmidt in that red 05 getting the bumper from Hans Bieler, and into the dirt he goes. And because the 2 got in the 05, he is headed to the rear.
You think there was a bit of a stack up? Nope, it looks like Hans.
Yeah, I think Reyna, it looks like the 54 maybe missed the center of the corner.
It also looked like the 2 was rolling through the center a lot better at the time, just moments before it.
But that's so easy here, especially in